everybody. I really don't. I'm sitting in front of the microphone. So, do we have sound today? If anybody was in my scope yesterday, sound just did not want to work. So hopefully we have sound today. Yay, you can hear me. Yeah, yesterday Periscope and every other video, anything that I had was not working yesterday. Just did. Me and technology were not getting along yesterday at all. Hi everybody. Alright, so this is Monique, Misfit Crafter. And I'm just listed, the easiest way is to list it. It's misfitcrafter.com, and every other social media, just search Misfit Crafter and you'll find me right on there. You lost me now, or you lost me yesterday? You just lose me now? Hopefully you're not losing me now. Not again. So today I promised, oh, not again. I'm in and out again. I wonder if it's something, it has to. Why? Hold on 1 minute. Did I?
No, that's right.
That's why. Hold on. I may disappear for like a second and come right back. It might just freeze. So if it does, give it a couple seconds.
That's right, Monique. Isn't that the blank area?
Yes, but it's also, I forgot to turn on the Wi-Fi. Am I still here? Okay. You guys still with me? Actually, I think I know what happened today anyway. This is not what happened yesterday, but today I just forgot to turn the Wi-Fi on my phone. And where I am, where I'm at right now in my house is like a weird dead zone for cell service. But it should be good now. I turned on the Wi-Fi on my phone, so we should be all right. All right, so today, people a little while back, and I had promised this for a little while, but it's upside down again? It's very strange. Hold on. Let me see all my mess for a second. How about now? Is it still upside down? Okay. Let me put it back up on the mount. And hopefully it doesn't turn it upside down again. Are we still okay? Hopefully we're still okay. Is it still upside down? Let's do this. There. How's it now? We're doing better now? Upside down again. Okay, hold on. Oops. Let me get this stuff out of the way. It's good now? I'm hoping. We can actually get started. Okay, we're all right? All right. So I have been promising to check out these stamps for everybody. Just to see the quality on stamps. So people were asking me how the quality on Recollection stamps are. For some of you, if you don't know already, I work at Michael's, so I tend to answer any Michael's questions for everybody. Hi guys, hello. So they're asking me how the quality of the Recollection stamps were. Now, the only thing about Recollection stamps, I love these things, is that the Recollection stamps, you gotta remember, is the store's brand. And they're all different. So every Recollection stamps that you end up with could be made by completely different manufacturers. Because as far as I know, they go and get stamps from everywhere. So you could get one quality with one pack and then another quality with another pack. One of the first things I always do smell my stamps to see if they're photopolymer or what they are. And these, I'm not quite sure what these are, but they're not the worst quality from what I could tell. And these are kind of cool. If you haven't seen these yet at Michael's, this is like a Recollection stamp and stencil set. It comes with all of these stamps. I mean, you get a lot of stamps. I want to say they're $12.99. And then you get all of these. You get all of these stencils. There's 4 stencils. You can see the 4 stencils up here. And I think there's 4 or 5 different sets that you can get. And this one I wanted to get because this one had a lot of detail in it. So I really wanted to see how well the detail comes out. So that's one thing I'm going to do with you guys today. We're going to stamp these out and just see how they look. And the other thing I loved about them was these tiny little ladybugs. They're so cute. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just stamp them out just to get an idea of what they're like. Oh, and I almost forgot. Let me grab my... Yes, all coupons will end tomorrow. Anybody's doing that. And I know they're having like a 2-day coupon again. This big sale this weekend. I'm off usually during the rest of the week. I work every weekend. I work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, I go to work later today. But the only other day I go to work during the week is Tuesday. So Tuesdays and Fridays. I work at the one in Las Vegas in Centennial Hills. It's a bigger store, and it's a very big paper craft focused store. And I know that the only other place Michael's has, well, see, Michael's joined up with Pat Catan's, which also owns, who is it, Derice, I believe. So we may see more Michael's, Pat Catan's type things go into other places soon, I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. You know what, and I forgot my stamp block. Let me grab my stamp block real quick. Why are my stamp blocks missing? You have one right here? What? I got a stamp block.
Did you show them this one that you did?
Stamp block is missing. The big one was over there. Kylie keeps using it.
Here. This one.
The big one? Yeah, that's the one. Sorry I disappeared. My daughter borrowed my my stamp block yesterday and it disappeared on me. Alright, I'm back. So I'm just grabbing my stamp block. Clean it off real quick. Really bad about cleaning these off. Definitely come by the store if you're ever in Vegas. Like I said, my store is probably one of the furthest from the strip if you're staying on the strip. But it's like a 25, well, just depends on traffic and where on the strip you're staying. It'll take about 20 minutes from the strip to half an hour to get to me. Just don't go during rush hour. Oh, you live in North Vegas? Yeah, so you probably go to the one on North 5th Street or the Centennial. Everybody on that side of town usually goes to either of those. But yeah, if you're ever, oops, sorry, hit the camera there. If you're ever in Vegas, definitely come visit me. Well, that's not good. One thing I found out recently, if you ever have a store that's really hot or really cold, is because corporate controls the temperature in all the Michaels up until recently. You lost connection. I don't know. Not going out again. But yeah, but the corporate actually controls the temperature in all Michaels. But recently we found out that if your store has like an odd climate that's not going to be like everyone else's, we can actually now put in a request to control our own temperature in the store, which is fabulous here because it's Vegas and it gets really, really hot. It is controlled in Texas. It's ridiculous. For me, it's ridiculous. My store was so hot these last few days because we warmed up all of a sudden and our heaters were still running and we were dripping. I mean, when the skinny little girls at work are dripping from sweat, you know it's hot in there. All right, so I'm going to try out this one. This is the one I want to see. And this is what I get for leaving on this. I ordered my squeaky clean from Brutus Monroe. I'm waiting for that to come because those inks stay. color should I use? Oh yeah, in Florida, I can imagine. I could not live in Florida. I would go crazy. It's bad enough with the heat here. I'm from California originally. I can't take the heat. I just can't. All right, so I'm going to use this Brutus Monroe chalk ink in Oz. We're going to give this a try. And we're going to see how this one stamps. Now, quality-wise, just feeling it, the rubber's pretty good. And it's not really, oops, sorry, I'm off camera. The rubber seems pretty good. I mean, the stretching, it doesn't feel like it's going to break or anything like that. It's not photopolymer. I'm not quite sure what it is. This definitely does not smell like that. There's almost no scent to these at all. And that's my favorite part about stamps, is smelling them. The only thing I don't like is I think I'm probably going to trim this off. That's a lot of overlay onto that stamp that probably doesn't need to be there. That's probably how they kept one of the costs down, is not trimming in so much. Because I always wonder if it doesn't cost that much. It doesn't say on the packaging. It literally, and I looked everywhere. I was looking for that too to see if it says anything. It literally just says stamp and stencil set. And then when it said contents in the back, I got happy hoping that it would say something, but that's all it says. It says it's 11 stamps. I get that to focus, but it just says 11 stamps and 4 stencils. That's all it says. And the rest is just in other languages, so in Spanish and French. Other than that, it doesn't say anything. I know, but they smell so good. All right, but I'm thinking that's probably one of the ways that they keep the cost down, is that it's not trimmed like all the way up to the image, where in other stamps you'll get them pretty nicely trimmed. So I probably will go back into that after and trim that out on all of them, because I'm noticing all the stamps are like that. You can see they don't have a lot of trimming around them. So that's one thing. But I mean, they feel pretty good. So let's see how well they're actually going to stamp out for us. This stamp doesn't have a name. It's really basic. All it says is stamp and stencil set, but it doesn't have a specific name. I mean, for me, I'm probably going to call it Dragonfly, because this is the one with all the dragonflies on it. It just says mixed media stamp and stencil set, and that's it. But this is the one that's going to have these 4 stencils and these stamps. So, and like I said, I looked for the one that had the best, the most detailed to it. You can see that Dragonfly has, I don't know if it's online yet. I haven't seen a lot of them online on the stamp sets, because I was hoping, actually, and I did look for it because I was hoping that it would tell me what the stamps were made of, and I did not find this online at all. And the store is getting bigger, because yeah, I remember Michael's only started, I am going to stamp it, sorry, I'm taking forever. Michael's only started their online store recently, so it's been about a couple years now, but it's still a newer store, so they're still adding lots of product, but they don't seem to have a ton of it. All right, so it's not too bad. It's getting all those lines in there. Now the darker edges, I do have to say, had extra ink on them, because but it does look like if the stamp itself, those edges of the wings right in here, yeah, see this right here? I didn't stamp off, and I probably should have, but let's see. The second stamp is just, I know, I really got to get me a Misty. I really do. Let me see. Let me do this one more time. I'm thinking they're probably acrylic. They're really, let me do a light stamping there, just to stamp that off. Oops. No, that didn't come out great. Seems the image is kind of alright. And I have a pretty solid foundation behind it right now. It's not too bad. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the greatest, but it's not too bad. Just because, you know, I'm noticing. I'm going to try another stamp pad too, another ink pad. I'm using is pretty juicy, so it has a ton of ink on this one. So it's getting into every little crevice, so that's probably why we're getting so much ink in here on the side. So let me try another stamp. another, not another stamp, but another ink pad to see if that makes a difference. One that's a little dried up a little more, has a little less ink on it. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's try just doing a black. So I'm going to use the Detail Raven ink. We'll do it that way. This one's a bit lighter. Yeah, so this one's not like sinking into all those grooves because this stamp has a lot of detail on it. I mean, there's a ton of detail on that. There's a lot of little crevices that ink is just going to want to sink right into. Oh yeah, look at that. Actually, it's pretty good. So I think a lot of it had to do with the stamp pad. That's not bad. Get that to focus. You guys see that all right? That's actually kind of nice. I really like the stamp now. Press the center. It's actually, come on, focus. There you go. No, almost did. Yeah, it's definitely better with the detail ink. The detail ink gives you better definition. Let's try another one on here. I'm going to try the words because this one has a nice thin word in there. That's one thing I always look for in a stamp is something that, and I'll clean this later, but I always look for a stamp that has thin words on it that will show up nicely. So one thing I love about my confetti left over from yesterday. There we go. It's one thing I always loved about the Tim Holtz stamps. He always has really nice thin defined pieces, so, and they always seem to stamp out really nicely. So let's try that one. They're a bit, I guess, squishier. Right, just for the stencils alone, I thought it was great because you get so many stencils, and we'll try some of those in a bit. But like that actually comes out nicely. My one thing I was worried about when I first touched the package itself and I squished down onto these, you know, if you get a really cheap stamp, you know, those little dollar bin stamps, they're just like super squishy, and when you press on them, they just kind of splush out to the side and you end up with almost a smudged word or anything like that. And I thought that was going to happen with these, but that's pretty sharp. Take it off here, you can probably see it better that way. But I mean, that's pretty good, particularly for the banner right here. Something else you want? I know. And see, I hadn't even looked at these, and then somebody asked me, and I was like, no, I don't need more stamps. I don't need more stamps, but yeah, I never need more. I just like to have them. I want to try these ladybugs. These are cute. And I'll do these ladybugs, and then we'll try the stencils next to get an idea. And guys, don't forget to share. I believe $12.99. I have to look at my receipt, but I don't think it shows the original price. And only because you guys remember I work there, so I get them way cheaper. When I bought them, they weren't on sale. They're either $12.99 or $9.99. I tend to forget. Like I said, since I get my discount, I tend to forget how much things are sometimes. So sorry about that. It's $12.99, right? So I thought, ooh, I like that. Wait, let me try that again. It's in a weird spot. Actually, oops, I did a bad thing and I rocked it. One thing you never should do. Oh, you know what? I should use my smaller. Now, here's one thing. If you're stamping and you have a small, thin stamp like this, you always want to try to have a smaller block to use, because when you use a bigger block, what I just did like over and over again was it tends to rock even if you're trying not to. When you rock it, that's when you get more of a blurred image. So I'm trying not to rock it, and I think this will help. Yeah, definitely helped a lot more. Ooh, I'm loving this one. Okay, look at this. How do you see it on there? You can see their teeny tiny little legs just sticking out on the side. You can even see the little side ones. There's little tiny legs on there. Look at that. That's really cute. And that is, I was trying to see, make sure that's about as much detail that's on that stamp, but that's about as much of the detail that shows up. I like it. I like it a lot. Now I want the rest of them. See, I'm enabling myself. Isn't it? Look at that. I'm going to have to make a bunch of cards later. Alright, so let's try, I'm just going to flip it over so we can try the stencil on here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I believe, yeah, all the stencils are the same size. When I patted that down, they are. When it comes in the package, they're lined up differently, so all the packages are different size. So you end up with 4 stencils, but all the stencils are the same size. They are 8.25 inch by 8.25 inch stencil. So I mean, it's a pretty good size stencil. So you'll be able to cover a pretty good amount of stuff. I know. Okay, so here's the, if you work at Michael's, yes, you are constantly wanting to buy everything, but because after a while you end up being around them so long, this is like my point of view anyway on how much I actually buy there. I feel like I almost come home with a bag every day, but it tends to now just be, I bought a candy because I was hungry that day. Only because you see the same thing over and over again so much. You're like, well, I already have something like that and they're probably going to put it on sale. You tend to start predicting when the sales are going to happen. That's the best part. So let's try this one. Let's do this. So you kind of buy a lot at first, but then, and I noticed that with everybody that starts working there, they tend to buy a lot at first. And then after that, you'll slow down and not buy so much. But that being said, the discount's 30%. So they just raised it about, oh gosh, I should say just raised it. I want to say 3 years ago they raised it. I've been there almost 5 years. So I've been there a while. I've gone through a lot of changes there. But I've never seen a discount like that. No, you can't get off of good. So when they have like the 60% storage, I'll get my 30 on top of that. So that's really good. All right, so I'm going to try Penny on this one. This is the Brutus Monroe Liquid Elements ink, or Liquid Elements spray. I'm going to try that. And then I'm going to see how well that goes. Oh, I froze. Yeah, see, and I've worked at other stores. I worked at JCPenney's, and I think ours was 40% off, but it's only 40% off. It used to be 40% off. From what I heard, it completely changed. But at JCPenney, it was 40% off anything you could wear to work. So like your jewelry, if you bought clothes, work clothes, you could get it off that. And then it was like 15% off of everything else. And most places I've heard, I think like Hobby Lobby, I think is only 15% or 20% for their employee discount. There we go. Let's see. No, 30% not off clearance. No, that's not too bad. Definitely, the stencil itself is a pretty good weight. It's not super heavy compared to like, say, the stencil I used yesterday. That one was like really thick. It stands up on its own kind of thick. So this is the Heidi Swap stencil. This one's a really hard plastic, where this one's really a flimsy plastic, but it's about the same as most stencils are. So it's not too bad. Let's grab another sheet of paper so I can do the press down and see how that looks. Oh, yeah. But do you get the discount off of when anything goes on sale or anything like that too then? This way. Let's see. Oh, see, then that's not bad then. I do like a Disney store, or like at Disneyland. Do you work at like one of the parks or one of the stores? Oops. Not enough spray to put that back on there, but that wasn't too bad. Let me try. Now, the only thing... Oh, at Disney World, yeah. I have sister-in-law. She used to work at Disneyland. And I know they don't get discounts. At least I don't remember. I don't think they get discounts on tickets, but they do. They can get like people in free so many times or something. See, that's what I was worried about. Because it's kind of thin, like I was literally just wiping this and it pulled up that little piece right there. So that's the only thing I worry about if I'm going to like brush in color of any kind. I worry about these kind of stencils with that. So like say, oh, see, Disney Store, that would be great. I love when Disney Store has sales. They have really good sales. All right, so I'm just using one of these. And I have dabbers and stuff. It just happens to be, these are handy right now. But yeah, Michaels, if you go in, like, Kelly girl, I know who you are. So if you want to come and like back me up as an instructor, I seriously need a second instructor at that store. Please. You can always work at a Michaels as an instructor and get your discount. And the classes are fairly simple. You should. You're not that far from my store. Well, you can always go to one of the stores a little closer to you, but you get to set your own hours. And let's see how this looks. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that stencil. Look at that. And I like the variance in color on the ink. So I picked up a little more. You can get a little less ink in different spots. Look at that. That stencil's pretty. Let's try another page. Let's see. This is a typical honeycomb, which I like. Yeah, I'm getting like a million ideas of cards now that I want to do. Yeah, then definitely don't want to be working there every day, because I said the other day I had a kid straight across from me on one of the events and they decided to cough in my face the whole time. Oh, there they are. Let me get it. I'm going to grab another dabber so I can do this one. My dabber set. Yay. Let's see. Yeah, if anybody's ever interested in becoming a Michaels instructor at any other Michaels, just talk to the store manager there. There's right now in the paper crafting one, there's only like two classes that are like official Michaels classes, and then you make up your own hours. You let them know when you want to go in, when you don't. No, they didn't. That's what drives me crazy. They just kept looking at her, and I'm like, I would stop breathing. I would literally just hold my breath to stop breathing so I wouldn't breathe in. It didn't work, though. I ended up catching a cold. Yeah, she finally, like, after, like, the 4th or 5th time of me looking at her going, aren't you going to say something? I should have just said something. I don't want to make her upset. Oh, sorry. This one I'm using is Zest. So, in case you want to see that one is called, that's the Brutus Monroe Chalk Ink and Zest. I'm telling you. It drove me crazy. And then I take it home to my kids. I homeschool. My kids do not get sick very often, but when they do, they get sick. And then we just pass it back and forth because they're home. I'm actually surprised I don't get sick more working retail, but I try to make sure I wash my hands as soon as I get home so I don't carry anything in. Let's see how that's looking. Ooh, pretty. Hello. Look at that. Ooh, I love this color. I'm going to try and mix in another color. This one's phone book, so I want to try two colors on this one. Look at that. And I'm just using one of the Tim Holtz dabbers here. Oops, I moved that a little so I can get that back there. There we go. This one's phone book. It's a slightly different color. Like a phone book page, or like more of a mustard. And I'm probably mixing in some of the mustard seed from there, but most of it's pretty good. Look at that. Ooh, that's so pretty. These are all going to become card backgrounds later. You know this, right? I'll post what I put up later. It's cute, isn't it? I mean, for the price and with the 4, and if you're getting them on sale, that's pretty good if you get these on sale after. I mean, because I think they were all stamp things last week. I want to say were 40 or 50% off. So when you get them on sale, I mean, that's even a way better price. So this is the wood grain. Let me get a brown dabber. Where did I put you? Oh, here we go. Let me see. Brown, 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 brown. Where's brown? I have one of those. See, I have that carousel. So I have everything on there. Oh, let's try this one. Okay. So when my nephew and them were here last weekend, he loves this carousel that holds all the dabbers, but he likes to spin them and then they go flying everywhere. So I'm missing a ton of them and I gotta go find them all over my house because he hides them everywhere. I've recovered most of them, just not all of them yet. I think my brown is missing. Well, let's make this another color. Let's make it, we're gonna make purple wood. Yeah, let's make purple wood. I'm gonna use aubergine. So the Brutus Monroe aubergine chalk ink. This is gonna be purple, right? There could be purple trees. Let's see how this one, whoa, okay. That'll work. This one I might need to tape down. I think because the cuts are so long, it's easier for them to move out of place. Yeah, see how it's like wiggling back and forth? Probably need to tape this next time. Yeah. Gonna have to tape this one next time. At least if I want to do it this way. I'm sure with the spray it's easier. Let's try. Let's see. Stamp that side. We'll spritz and stamp. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that pattern. That one is nice. Yeah, you can see where it moved a couple of times. Let's see. It is like a rose, isn't it? Probably could. You probably just do that part, or just like one of these parts and make it look like a rose. Let's see. I just want to see how it presses. Now, I know the stamp side is probably not going to transfer, but the spray should transfer pretty good. Ooh, I like that. It's nice and grainy. Oh yeah, and for anybody, just remind me when you're talking about catching a replay, if anybody was on my scope yesterday, earlier, and with the one with no sound, there is another scope on there that I did really late at night that says test on it. You can actually see and hear all the instructions on how I made it on that one. And I was testing it out. I was still having issues. I know, it was so annoying. And I still can't get it to load anywhere else. So I'm not going to be able to put it on YouTube or my site or anything. So I'm going to have to just do a whole new separate recording of it. I'm just going to have to use a different device to do it. But something, I don't know, nothing was letting me record yesterday. But if you do go on Periscope, look further down, there should be one called Test, and you'll be able to see the whole thing. I just use a different picture instead of the, oh, can you hand me that one? It's the one that I did with the carousel. Instead of the balloon, I used a carousel instead. That's the only difference. So other than that, every other technique is basically the same, except for what I did with the balloon. So let's try. Let's try this one. Yeah. Here's the other one. This is the one I did really late last night. And this one, when I was doing this scope, unfortunately, it actually stopped right at the very end. I think I was in the middle of writing just this last part and it just stopped on me. But this one you can get the whole technique and what happened and how to use everything. Just look for the one that says test and you'll get all the instructions. I just may not be able to, I'll probably have to do a whole new one for posting up on YouTube. All right, let's try this one. Let's try gilded on this one. So this is gilded. I love that carousel is like so cool. Oh, the art deco on this is neat. I do like that. Oops, what is that? Oh, piece of glitter. Do we Skype? I Skype with my family. Because I'm in Vegas and they're all in California, so we Skype at holidays. Let's try a little of that. Right? A rainbow would be cute on this. That's why I'm going to kind of use a couple of colors. I'm also going to throw in Penny. Just going to do some splatters on that one. Alright, and this one I'm going to soak it up a little bit before I take it off. Just this one because it's kind of sprayed a lot on that one. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, that is pretty. I like that. Where's that one going? Here, go on there. I don't have blue right here. And the liquid elements come in these 3 colors. I just don't have blue on that. I do have blue chalk ink, which I could probably mix it up. But oh, I really like this. This may go on some pillows. It would make a pretty background paper. I think I love that. But I think this may go on some fabric to make some pillows for the couches. Ooh, for the summer. Ooh, this would be great for outdoor pillows too. Too many ideas. Look at that. That's pretty. And this is shiny. The liquid elements, guys. See that? Can you see that shimmer? Look at all that pretty shimmer. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it for today. Because I'm going to take off to work. So if anybody wants to see me here, I'm going to come back and watch my play and then just do them while I'm doing that. Well, crafting some, go to Michael's and go grab one of these. You can go grab this and you can start playing with this. There you go. Let's try one more time. I missed the last part. If I'm going to use a bling spray, is that what you said? Oops. Now it came out kind of funky, but I kind of like it at the same time. This will be at least a start of another background. These stencils are the Recollections set from Michael's. It comes with stamp and stencils. So let me grab the package real quick. It's the Recollections stamp and stencil set. So it comes with 4 stencils and it comes with a set of stamps. Let me grab that. It's buried under here. It's buried all under all this packaging. Okay, here we go. So it comes with these. It comes with all these stamps, which is really cool. I mean, for the price, it's $12.99. I think we've confirmed it's $12.99. And of course, you can always use your coupon. Coupon's really good. It is a fabulous deal. I mean, I think it's a great deal for the price and everything that you get. And I love all the sayings and all the different pictures are really cute. But you get 4 stencils. You get that full set of stamps. So it's 15 pieces altogether that you get. I know the I think you mean the ladybugs. Yeah, I love them. This is too cute. Yeah, we call them ladybugs. I call them ladybugs. Are they called something else? Someplace else? Never knew that. But see, here's some of them. Oh, they are? I didn't know that. But this is how it's stamped out. Just remember. I think they're going to have them for a while because they're in a permanent fixture area. So they should have them for a pretty long time. I know a lot of people, for anybody overseas that doesn't have a Michael's or doesn't have a Michael's in their area, I know that a lot of people tend to sell them over eBay, but I've heard that the prices are kind of crazy. So that's the only thing. So here's this. Here's just pressing it down. Here's this little scallop stencil. Let me grab the other ones. Here is the wood grain. This is pressed down on the opposite side, and then this is the stencil itself. And then this is the like honeycomb hexagon type shape one. This is the first stencil with all the leaves and things. And where are we? There's the one the sprayed one that I sprayed. This is the sprayed one. So there's all kinds of different ones. Now the inks and the sprays though, you can get those overseas, and those are all from Brutus Romero. So if you want to get any of those, you can definitely get those. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera again. There we go. Yeah, that is it, guys, because I have got to take off to work. Got to be there in like 30 minutes. Luckily, it only takes me 15 to get there. So all of these, all 4 stencils for $12.99. And like I said, you can go to Brutus Monroe to get all these inks and sprays. I love these, and if you haven't tried these inks and stuff yet, they are fantastic. They stick to everything really nicely. So I will see you guys. Have a great night. Probably won't be back on. I may be back on tomorrow with one more thing that I got, the crayons everybody's been doing. I wanted to try those out tomorrow. So if I see anything else new at the store today, I will let you know. So don't forget to follow and share. Check me out on everything under Misfit Crafters, misfitcrafter.com, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope, Tumblr, Pinterest, and Twitter. It's Misfit Crafter. Bye, guys.
You don't know wonder you can't find your stuff. You have everything.
It's still there. When it tends to overheat, and when it overheats, it won't let you end the dang thing right away.